Why don't we all give a huge round of applause and get Carlee up here on this stage right now.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. All right. Can you guys hear me in the back? Yeah. All right. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for coming. It's just so humbling to see everybody here tonight. So thank you all very much. Give yourselves a round of applause for showing up. Will kind of said it a little while ago, but I don't even know how these balloons got blown up. I don't really know where the sign came from. I especially don't know how the t-shirts happened. And so, as someone who has been kind of a worker bee my whole life, to see all of this come together like this is really humbling. It means a lot. And so I just want to thank you all for, giving of yourselves to even get here tonight and to make tonight possible. So thank you all so much. So let's talk a little bit about how we got here tonight, how I find myself on this stage, which I never, ever in a million years thought would happen, I can promise you. I came here, as Will said, about 22 years ago. I was a teacher for a little while, nonprofit sector, government, and then most recently in the business sector, but I've always been called to serve this community. I don't think that I ever thought, though, that would involve politics. To me, there was always another way to serve, and I always dismissed the idea that I would get into politics. It was just never something that was going to happen. And then a couple years ago, I was having lunch with a friend, a mentor figure, and someone who is just really smart, I admire a lot. And I'm explaining some government problem that I'm dealing with and trying to, talk about the moving pieces, probably talking about some of the frustrations, trying to problem solve. And she just stops the conversation and she says, "Carlee, you need to run for mayor president." And I dismissed her. And I didn't even, people have said that to me before and I've dismissed them, and I've just never thought that this would ever be something that I would do. And so I dismissed her, and she said it again. She said, "Carlee, you need to run for mayor president." And so I said, "No, that's not me. That's not who I am." And she finally just looked at me in a way that only friends can do. And she said, "Carlee, you're never going to want to run for mayor president. You're going to realize the only way you can make the change you want to make is if you run for mayor president." So, my name is Carlee alm-labar, and I'm running for mayor president of So those of you that know me know that I can talk policy and local government for a long, long time. And I could bore you with roads and drainage and all of that. But I didn't think that tonight should be about that, because we have about 7 months in front of us where we're going to have important conversations about those issues. What I thought tonight needed to be about was setting the tone for the campaign, and setting the tone for all of you and for Lafayette about what this campaign needs to be about. And I think the most important thing that we can walk away with tonight and take out into the community is that this campaign has to be about tough conversations. It has to be. It has to be about having difficult conversations with one another about the future of our community. A lot of you know, and a lot of us worked together 3 months ago on the charter amendments that were adopted. We need to be having tough conversations about how when we make sure that come January, we have a smooth transition into a new form of government. And we need to be talking about that right now. We don't need to be looking backwards. We need to be looking forwards. We need to be having tough conversations about the future of our economy. We all honor our oil and gas heritage. That's where this community came from. But if we're not talking about what this community looks like in 100 years and the world changing around us, then we're not going to have the promise that they had for Lafayette 100 years ago. We have to have those conversations. In 2016, we had devastating floods that now we need to be talking about the things we can do to make sure that never happens again. Those are tough conversations, and we need to have them. This campaign has to be about leadership, and it has to be about all of us taking responsibility to be responsive and responsible to our community. All right, so why are you here? I think we all know I'm not going to win this election by myself, right? We are going to win this election together. And let me tell you why that's going to be hard. You know, we have a few things. I have tens of thousands of people to meet, tens of thousands of voters, right? I'm short. I'm a girl. Nobody, some days not even me, knows what to make of my last name. So it's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us. And look around. Not all of Lafayette is here tonight. Not all of Lafayette knows about this. We're missing older people. We're missing younger people. We need more African American folks. We need more people who are just different than the people in this room if we're going to create a movement that's about the future of Lafayette. Because it's more about than the people in this room. Not only that, but all those people that I just mentioned, they're sitting at home in their dining rooms and their family rooms, and they're having these same conversations. They're just not having them with us yet. And we have to make that happen. We have to go out into the community and make that happen. And I'm gonna need your help. So, leave here 3 things that I'm gonna ask of everybody in this room. Number 1, I need you to volunteer. When you walk out that door, somebody probably got you when you walked in the door, but when you walk out the door, make sure you sign up to volunteer. The other thing that I've learned in the short time that I've been seriously considering this is that this campaign is gonna take money. So I need you to think about what you can give. And I need you to think about who you can ask. I need you to think about if you can host a fundraising dinner. And I need you to think about how we can raise money together. And last, because we're building a movement for the future of Lafayette, I need you to go home, and not necessarily tonight, but maybe by tomorrow morning. I need you to, and everybody knows I like to task people with work, so here we go. Here's your first real assignment here's your homework. I need you to send an email to 25 friends that aren't here tonight, that you didn't see tonight, and I need you to tell them why you came tonight. I need you to tell them why you're excited about the future of Lafayette, and why you want to be a part of this campaign. If you all do that, and we all do that, then we're going to create a movement together, and it starts here tonight. So my last challenge for you all is, can you do that? Yeah! All right. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy.